Jay, so on a gig as a drummer, okay, if there was a musician you would not want to be trash on the gig, bass player, keyboard player, guitar player, which would that one be? That you would not, you didn't know who you don't know who you playing with, but you'd be like, this person, okay, I can deal with this, but I can't deal with this.
The one I would want to at least be trash. That's tough for me. It's out of two. Mm-hmm. It's out of two people. For me, it's gonna be out of the singer and the bass player.
I knew it.
Okay.
It's gonna be out of the singer and the bass player. Because of course, being a drummer, you know, drums and bass, you know, that's meat and potatoes.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? That's the meat and potatoes. If anybody is supposed to be in cahoots, it's supposed to be your drummer and your bass player.
Yeah.
That's supposed to be, out of everybody, that's supposed to be the tightest pairing out of everybody. But so it's like, if I'm playing drums, I'm definitely gonna want like the most solid bass player you got.
Yeah.
Now, the reason I have to flip that, the reason it's hard because you know, you get to playing behind some of these singers, especially the ones who don't have any directing capability. That makes it difficult for the whole band.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. I mean, singer, just the front person, period. And the other, and then like, you know, the other week we was talking about, you know, that thing where sometimes the singer and whoever the MD is, they kind of clash and stuff like that. So I also want a dope leader. You know what I'm saying? I want to be able to properly follow you. I want your hand signals on the brakes and stuff. I want them to be clear. I want them to be, you know, whatever. You know, keys I can tolerate. I can tolerate keys that aren't that great. It's just that, and I don't even mind like the other ones, right? So that'll be like keys, auxiliary, stuff like that. I don't even just don't be loud.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
If you suck, don't be loud.
Just don't
turn
be.
your stuff down.
Yeah, let me and the bass player.
They're gonna be the main ones.
Let us, you know,
loud.
let us carry this. Let me and the bass player carry this. But for me, it's a toss up between the bass player and the lead singer.
Okay. Well, I bring this up because
I was about to say why.
Okay, so a couple of weeks ago, I was on the gig, right? And the drummer and the bass player.
Both of them. Now, if both of them are trash, you in trouble.
Yeah, and see the thing is, we had ears, so the bass player, I could cut him down and at some form or fashion, not really just hear him much. Yeah. But you can't turn drums down. And so the drummer, like a bunch of songs. Well, even
was this with the company?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So even with some of the
it was Matt Francis and Jay Scott. All right, Matt Francis and Jay Scott. He talk about y'all. Y'all tag Matt Francis and Jay.
Bro. Once again, it's 800 something musicians on staff.
I got you.
So the drummer, he was not consistent at all with playing the grooves of the songs. And then like there are some certain songs that's like medleys that had transitions, and he was like missing the transitions. He'd been playing with the company for at least 6 days. I played with him a few times, and each time I play with him, it's like gap in months. So I'm like, bro, you've been with the company for like 6 months plus. You should at least know this stuff by now. And then the bass player was.
Brandon said, "Put him out there."
So the bass player, he was just playing wrong notes throughout most of the gig. He was like, "Mercy, mercy, mercy." Like he was like, that's a standard. Everybody should know, but that's where
and
I got
easy.
to. But yeah, if I had to pick like somebody that I would tolerate, I could probably tolerate the guitar player longest, because most gigs, the guitar player is not that loud to me, or I guess sometimes it depends. Then if it's
ain't been in this blues scene.
Then if it's like in the ears, I can just turn them down. So, but bass player, it could be a rough night.
And then
bass player, if the bass player and the drummer not that great, then it's gonna be a long night.
And then I feel like, well, from my experience anyway, it's like, okay, everybody had to start somewhere.
Yeah.
You might not be, whatever, but also if you're not that, man, be willing to listen.
Yeah.
Like listen. Like for example, when it comes to a groove, like my kick drum and the bass groove should be doing the same thing, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, let's just say you don't know the song and I know the song. Follow my kick.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Follow my kick, and then that way, you know what I'm saying, that way you can at least pick up the feel. That way you can at least pick up the groove. But even then, you like I said, you might not be able, you might not be a Vic Wooten or something like that. But at that point, you at least be able to, you know what I'm saying, get the feel of everything. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's like like if you're not that great, but you can listen. You can listen. That like I've even seen situations where it's like the bass player, he really not understanding the groove, and then you got a keyboard player with a solid left hand. So then at that point, okay, listen to his left hand. This is what you need to be playing when it comes to the feel.